Okay, so earlier before the message cut off, I got this Joker card. And I got from this image of this Joker pointing to his face to call no man a fool. And that this Joker has a message to. I'm also hearing that it's important that you stay true to yourself and stay true to your calling. Um, and don't try to be perfect. Don't try to be better than anybody because there's no such thing as being without a struggle. So you're always going to have obstacles. Um, the higher you climb, the more of a bird's eye view you have of these obstacles. Way. Page of Hearts, Six of Swords. Okay. Eight of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is trying to achieve perfection, and it's almost like it's just a never ending battle because you win one fight and then another one's, and it's almost like you never have time to really think to yourself, and if you do start thinking, it's like you have to overthink a situation because you can never relax. You can never come to a conclusion and saying, yeah, I won, because it's kind of like you against the world. Something about girlfriends, missionaries. This could be nuns or a group of people who just seem like they're so much better than you are. Or they're doing so much better than you are. So I feel like it's important not to be in competition with them or whoever you feel like is doing better than you, or whoever you're looking at like they're better than you, and just focus on yourself and focus on what you're doing. 339. Um, God is my strong salvation. God is my strong salvation. What foe have I to fear? In darkness and temptation, my light, my help is near. Thou host, though host encamp around me, from in the fight I stand. What terror can confound me with God at my right hand? Okay, so about you climbing up to a higher position and being faced with more challenges, and also you learning how to appreciate and respect each level that you're on, and having access to all of these levels and knowing that Christ is with you. He went all the way to the grave and rose back up. And don't look down on people who are beneath you because they're also part of Christ's kingdom and they are in their own journey and in their own stage of life. Don't look down at yourself for being in a situation that you are rising above, because you're going to be able to access whatever this is you're going through right now. And you're not going to look back over it with sadness or humiliation or embarrassment. It's just part of your journey. You're getting stronger right now, and part of that strength is understanding yourself and um, how similar other people are that you might have judged harshly before, until you had to reach there for the people who you consider to be above you, or you think people are better than you. When you get to their position, you'll realize that it's also very difficult, and is what's the word? Almost like you being on what you consider to be a lower position is difficult. So is the higher position. So is the position after that. And all of these positions are difficult. It's work for everybody. So it's very important that you kind of reflect on what you've done as um, you working for Christ. And, there are some dirty parts, there are some hard parts. It's tedious. Don't look back over that labor as being something that you should be ashamed of. And anybody who is shaming you is on their own journey, and they have to learn that, if they judge you harshly, then they're also going to judge themselves harshly, because they're going through things that can be viewed in the same light as whatever you're going through right now. So just pray for them. We don't know everything. Everybody, nobody. We're all just following Christ. Wherever he leads us is what I'm getting. And then there's something about vibrators. Like, I feel like this has a lot to do with, like, and then I hear whitewashing. So I feel like this is about humanity in general, and just trying to be, like, trying to go for this ideal, like this idealized idea of what humanity should be. And then reaching whatever height that is, and realizing that it's just, what's the word for it? Like this whole, almost like you can't really put it in a box. You can't categorize what life is. You can only live it. And the higher you get, the more you realize you don't know. And it's very frustrating to think that you are on top and being the most clueless of them all. Okay, so that's the most frustrating part about it. And also why some people never reach the top, because they don't want to feel that type of disappointment. Like, you're literally going to be good enough. Okay. So, and also that you're not alone in feeling this way. You have to call on Christ just like everyone else. If I'm talking to a perfectionist, everybody's going to reach a point where they cannot go any farther, and they realize this just isn't for me. Christ died for other people. He invited us all to pick up our cross, but a lot of people are going to punk out, and it's okay. He died for you. If this is something you're afraid of, don't worry about it. There are people who go all the way. There are angels. We're not all going to reach the top. And that's okay. So I'm also hearing that it's sort of like a journey, like is a self journey. So it's like some people are going to be immature. Some people do live their lives like children, and they never reach the height of their maturity. And that's okay. Some people reach maturity at a very young age, and they never get to feel what it's like to be a child. And that's also something you have to accept. People complain and cry about not having a childhood, but that happens to some people. Some people don't have an adulthood, and I think it's important to note that as well. So I'm just going to close this. Does it end? Do we have a 9:33? We do not. Okay, so what I'm getting from that is, there are some disappointments in life. Like, it's almost like you want to reach higher than what is available. You want to go higher than you're capable. And that reads like an overdose almost, or like a psychosis. Like, you're just kind of stuck up. And that's dangerous.